What'd you get locked up for? I've been locked up in Africa too. I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours.
I ain't gonna go into detail because it was a serious offense, but
no.
yeah, I ended up getting into it with a guy, and he was. I had just came from the States and just got out of the military. He was talking crazy and. You know,
a
you
physical
from the,
altercation.
Yeah, you from the South, and it just went real.
He nuts, you bucks.
And then he went to the police. So then a foreigner against a citizen, and not only just any foreigner, a black foreigner.
Yeah,
we black everywhere we go.
Cape Town.
Yeah, so in Cape Town. So
that's ghetto. I'm sorry. I left Nairobi, Kenya. Why'd you leave?
Because I went to Mombasa. You see, you know you the word.
Is that a clip, babe?
You feel me? Like I said, you put Kenya in there, you're gonna get the views.
Tricked ya! Like, no.
She worked at a grocery store. I kept going in the group. You know, she asked me a question. We started talking, and then we kicked it for a while.
And then you're like, oh, I'm trying to eat more than the food.
Wait, what?
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
Just kidding.
Help.
Cut it.
The way I came up, I was only dealing with certain type of women, which, like I said, I dated black women, but I was.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for calling him home.
them Latinas had me messed up out there, man.
Oh, they had you in a chokehold. You know, I can't. I would date interracially. I've dated Latino men, but it hasn't like gone there. Yeah. There's a mental block for me, I think. And then also you have to be an anti-racist. It's not enough for you to be non-racist. Yeah. You have to be an anti-racist. Do you get what I'm saying? Right. The difference. Yeah, so that's my only thing. That kind of keeps me, you know what I'm saying? What's up, you guys? We are back to back. And I have yet another fun friend. We're going to be learning a lot about this fella together today. You guys are actually the ones who introduced me to him because I had people like tagging me in your comments like, oh yeah, like link up with this guy. I feel like I'm like a welcome to Nairobi ambassador. Welcome. So I don't like to like go in and look at people's page, to be honest. Thanks. I don't like to, because I don't want to like form ideas of people before I meet them. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I did like skid through your page. I see some like South Africa, Uganda, Egypt. It was like something about you going to Egypt.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was one video on Egypt.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It was a lot of conversation pieces, which really made me appreciate that you're more than just like a travel blogger. But it was like what do they think about African Americans or those type of subjects, you know, like the intellectual side of travel or the bridging gaps. So I was definitely interested in collaborating.
Yes.
So thanks for being here in the hot seat here in Brittney's chair.
Of course.
What's going on with you? Can you introduce yourself to the people?
Yeah, I'm Jude Travels. My name is Julian, and I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. I'm a Florida boy, stand ugly.
Oh, okay. Kodak Black is my favorite rapper.
Hey, we in the same boat.
You know, Florida people are real odd. Sometimes y'all are different.
We are.
Y'all are really different. So you came in and you said that you did not want to sit on this side because you want to be close to the door because the military.
Yeah.
You were in the military.
Yeah.
My whole family's military.
Oh, okay.
You were Army?
No, I was Navy.
Navy. Okay, so give me a rundown. How did you end up here?
Like here in Africa? Or
in Africa. So after you graduated college, you go to the military, you go to college. You graduate high school, you go to the military, you go to college.
Nah, graduate high school, go to college, then go to the military.
Okay, what college did you go to?
Community college in South Carolina called Spartanburg Community.
Oh, that's awesome. I was born in Columbia.
Oh, word, I got some, my people's out there.
Yeah, I was born, the Met.
Metro, yeah.
The Met.
803.
Stand up. Yeah. All right. Yes. So what made you want to go to the Navy? Well, first of all, when you were in school, what did you plan on doing?
So I went to school for business and management, and I'm from the South, so you already know I was on another wave at that time, so school was just not the thing.
Priority.
Right. I was in community college anyway. It wasn't like I was in like a
It doesn't matter. They can still get lit.
No, it wasn't that. It was I wasn't focused on the right things at the time. And then, so yeah.
What made you choose South Carolina for a community college if you were living in Florida?
So no, I'm originally from Florida, and then my people is all in South Carolina. So
okay, okay. So extended family and stuff was out there. So you like, why not?
Yeah, so I went that way.
So why Navy?
I couldn't get into the Air Force or the Marines due to I got into some trouble as a youngin', and they don't allow people with certain charges to get into those branches, and then tattoos also. So other than branches, it just depends on what you do. If you got drug charges, you can't get into the Marines or the Air Force.
Okay. I wonder if that'll change now that certain drugs are legalized.
Nah, the military is zero tolerance.
Wow. So you joined the Navy. Why did you want to go to the military?
Well, after getting, doing a little, couple days, couple weeks, something in jail or whatever, I just, seeing all my cousins repetitively going back and forth, my homies and stuff, so I was just like, man, I don't see how y'all do it.
Yeah.
So.
You know that once you go to jail, the likelihood of you returning back is like 70%.
Wow. I didn't know that.
For black men. It's the recidivism rate. I'm so serious. Even you just going to jail one time increases your likelihood of being in the system and going back. Yeah. Which is really sad. So that's good that you analyze that and you could see it around you.
Well, it was just it was so boring in there, man. I just didn't see how people just. Some people don't have the option, but me personally, I had some other options,
Yeah. So you go into the Navy. You're there for 4 years.
No, I did 9.
Wow. Yeah. Why didn't you just go the full 20 so you could get retirement?
So I didn't. How do I say? I worked with Green Side, so I was in the Navy, but I worked around Marines and squadrons and stuff like that. So I ended up getting hurt, in combat-related issues or whatever, hurt my back and stuff. So I got put out. So I didn't just you
got medically discharged.
Yeah. I would have stayed.
Okay, well that means that you're making a pretty penny.
Don't say that, because then people are already in my comments like, oh, you living off the government and you wow.
That disability check. Yeah. No, my whole family claims disability. They all are out. So I know how it goes. Y'all deserve it. And it's reparations, honestly. If you're black, it's really reparations. So nobody should be judging you. Right. So what did you decide you wanted to do as a career once you left the Navy? Well, once you got put out the Navy.
Well, I didn't have any. I didn't plan on getting out. I was gonna do 20. So once I got discharged, it was kind of like, it was kind of like square one. And I was like, well, shoot, I done been stationed in all these other countries. I don't want to stay in the States,
Yeah. So let's go to that. Where were you living after you got out? So where did you go?
I was in California at the time. So I got out in Cali. Okay. And right after Cali, man, shoot, I boomed to South Africa.
What made you I'm over America, I am done?
So I ended up getting in a situation. At the time I was dealing with a Mexican woman in Cali, and we got into a situation where she was driving under the influence. I was already passed out passenger seat, and she ended up hitting something. And so I wake up or whatever, and then the police come, and they tried to get her dependent on me. Like I was driving, and I switched spots with her and all this crazy stuff. So I ended up going to jail for a night.
It was are you sure you were the one driving?
Yeah, they was trying to coerce her into saying that I was the one driving. When the guy at the gas station was like, no, when they pulled up, he was in the passenger. It was just crazy, man. It was super crazy. And
Did she defend you?
Man, she was just looking confused. It was a scary situation. At that point, that's when I was like, man, I'm not dealing with no
It ain't that scary.
I ain't dealing with no other races
besides
black women after that.
Listen, sometimes God will have to teach you a lesson,
man.
child.
I learned.
Okay.
I was delivered. If that's what it is.
But did it work out in your favor?
Yeah, I called my command. I was like, they already knew I wasn't that type of dude. So I was only drinking because it was her G-Day or whatever. So I called my command, let them know, hey, I got locked up. The police was on that stuff. My chief was black, so he understood, and I got
straight to it. That's a blessing, because that could have gone really bad.
Could have.
So you don't drink?
No, I don't drink at all.
What makes you decide not to be a drinker?
It used to make me super crazy and violent and stuff, so I chilled out with it.
Yeah, I always say sometimes the dark can turn you dark, you know?
Okay, I had to think about it for a second. I was like, huh?
Sometimes the light makes you not right, child.
Okay.
No, I get it. That's good that you know your levels, though. So you know yourself. So you booked it for South Africa. After that, why South Africa? Because people say South Africa, Cape Town is like the whitest part of Africa you could go.
Most
you know.
definitely.
So why did you choose that?
Man, it was kind of a long story. I met some white guys in Thailand. And they were like, bro, man, you know, at the time I was real big into working out, so I was a big dude, man. I know it seemed crazy, but I was pretty stocky or whatever. So it was like, bro, you tatted up, you got muscle, you need to come to South Africa, they'll love you there. And I'm like, what? I didn't even know there were white people in South Africa. I didn't know there was white people in Africa in general. So me talking to him and then he's telling me all this stuff, and I'm like, let me check it out. So I go on Tinder, I'm swiping, I'm like, okay. Some things. Wow. Yeah. Like,
Okay. So why were you went to Thailand after all that? So you just started traveling.
Yeah. So
I
was still, when I went to Thailand, I got stationed in California right after I was stationed in Asia. So I went in Thailand. Yeah.
Wow, you were stationed in Asia. What part?
Yeah, Japan.
How was that? I've always wanted to go to Tokyo.
It was dope. Yeah. Tokyo's the spot for sure. I say Japan's still like one of my top favorite countries.
Really?
To this day, yeah.
Okay, so you decide, you know what, I really want to go to Africa. Did you have a connection to Africa before? Or like, did you grow up really with your parents, like learning Pan-Africanism?
No, I grew up the opposite, man. South Carolina by way, my mother's Gullah Geech, whatever. So when it comes to my father's side of the family, they on the other side of the fence, you know, they real lost in the head type of vibe. So, you know, I got all the, you know, because I'm the darkest out of me and my brother, my pops, in the whole, that, whatever. So I got all the jokes, you know, the nappy hair jokes, the dark skin jokes, blah.
They were making fun of you for being dark skinned.
Yeah.
You're light skinned. They would have
I'm brown skinned, but my dad is light skinned, my brother light skinned, my pops old lady. Yeah, so I got the jokes, man. I was the darkie.
That's so awful. You're not even dark.
But I mean, in the summertime, you know, growing up in Florida, it's the summer, I get pretty brown, bro.
That's so bad. Yeah, South Carolina blacks sometimes, man. Boy, I tell you, my family is like really un-African as well. So my granddaddy, I even like, as I get older now, I just be cussing him out. But he was like, why your niece black? And I'm like, cause I'm black. Like, cause my whole body is black. Why would my niece, like.
All of me is black.
Oh my God, it's so triggering. Cause I'm like, even if my knees were black as fuck, what's the problem? Why can't my knees be black? What's the problem? Okay. Yeah, but it's that ingraining. Yeah. They don't really teach you a lot. So like, what kind of sparked your interest? Just kind of like wanting to find yourself, or like, why didn't you say like, oh, I'm just gonna tour Asia, since you were actually kind of familiar with that? Like, what pushed you towards Africa?
Dr. Umar. I started, and with me being in the military, you know, the military is one of those really racist branches, or really racist, and not industries. What is it like? The military is just racist, so it's really segregated and stuff like that. So I was lost a lot in there. The people I was hanging with, the stuff I was doing, and then when I got out, listening to Dr. Umar and stuff like that, and then he kind of.
Do you think a lot of people say Dr. Umar is racist?
Racist
against white people, like he's anti-white.
No, he is. He's not a bigot. He's racist. He wants his race to succeed. And I feel like if we were as a whole, if we were that way, we would be in a different spot. We too inclusive. We want to invite everybody to the cookout. You know what I mean? So they steal our culture, and then they, you know, reprimand us for being who we are. The same culture that they take. You know what I'm saying?
Are you aligned with his views on dating women?
Yeah.
Because he's like, I don't want a girl with Eurocentric hair, fake hair. I don't want a girl who bleaches. I don't want a girl who does. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Are you aligned with that?
Very much so. Now, granted, braids and stuff like that, cool. But like, you know, wigs and bleaching, because that means you don't love who you are. And if I have a child with you, I can't have my child thinking that same way. Because like I say, man, I was the dark-skinned or the darker child, so I know what it's like for people to, you know, pride themselves on that skin color vibe. So.
Has that made you like have a way that you look at dark-skinned girls? Growing up with that, like
no, I was never like that.
God, like, because sometimes it's ingrained. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. I was never like that. I had a few dark skinned girls in the past, so it wasn't. That wasn't. As long as pretty is pretty. I never had that. I was never that dude. No.
That's good that you escaped that mentality. So tell me about when you touched down in South Africa. What city did you go to?
Cape Town.
Cape Town.
Yes, sir.
I'm surprised you didn't go to Joburg or Dublin.
Nah, cause I was dealing with the woman from Cape Town. So,
Okay.
So.
Oh, the woman that the guys from Thailand introduced you to.
No, like I said, I went on Tinder and I started swiping and I ended up meeting somebody.
Yeah. Okay, so you're like, I'm gonna head to Cape Town.
Yeah, let me see what you about up close, baby. What you talking about? It sounds good.
Was she talking to you nice in person?
Of course.
Okay, that's good. You pull up to Cape Town, what happens?
Well, she came to America first because I was still active duty, so I couldn't just bust it like that. And then,
the thing was thangin'.
I put a baby in that thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was
congratulations.
I was wilding, man.
That's not wilding. That's having fun. You just there for a good time.
Yeah, man. So.
Okay, so y'all ended up having a baby together.
Yeah, and I came to be with my boy.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's really beautiful. So is he here now?
He's still in South Africa.
He's in South Africa. Yeah. So let's finish. You go to Cape Town. What was your first initial impression of Cape Town?
A lot of white people. Yeah, that was the first thing I thought. Like, damn, like they say all this stuff like go back to Africa, go this. I'm like, man, y'all over there too. Like,
yeah, it's no escaping.
Right, it is.
There's no escaping.
They talk down on it as if it's this horrible place, but yet they over here and they build.
But they keep it low.
Facts.
They keep it real low, and there's not that many white Americans.
No, it's
maybe in Nairobi.
In South Africa, yeah, for sure. In Nairobi, I met some too here.
Most of the ones here that I've seen are here to work, not here to like, I chose to be here, I'm vibing. You know, like I'm living here and retiring.
It's a whole group of them in South Africa, and they keep to themselves. It's just like they came over here and did the same thing they're doing in the States. So y'all pay attention, man. You be surprised what you see when you watching, man.
Yeah, they come to enjoy life, to have a really interesting life. So what made you leave Cape Town?
You know,
this is a safe space.
You can't run away from your problems. I went over there and I ended up getting into some trouble, and then I yet again
got deported.
No, I didn't get deported. I left on my own free will, but I had overstayed due to the fact that I got locked up. I overstayed my visa. So,
what'd you get locked up for? I've been locked up in Africa too. I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours.
I ain't gonna go into detail because it was a serious offense, but I ended up getting into it with a guy, and he was. I had just came from the States and just got out of the military. He was talking crazy and you know, you from altercation. Yeah, you from the South, and it just went real.
He knocked you bucks.
And then he went to the police. So then a foreigner against a citizen, and not only just any foreigner, a black foreigner.
Yeah,
we black everywhere we go.
Cape Town.
Yeah, so in Cape Town, so
that's ghetto. I'm sorry, that's so annoying. So then you decided to go where?
Well, I had overstayed my visa, so then after that point, once I got all my legal stuff taken care of, then I was trying to find the next best place, and then I hit Tanzania.
How was Tanzania?
Tanzania is dope, man.
You know, that's where I got arrested.
You got arrested in Tanzania? Yeah. Wait, matter of fact, I think you was there when I was there, because they was telling me to link up with you before I knew you was in Nairobi, man.
I was in Dar es Salaam for a month.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. I've just been chilling. Yeah. I got locked up in Tanzania off some craziness. Oh my gosh, but I had to just pay my way out.
It ain't like that in South Africa. What'd you do? And Tanzanians was pretty docile. You made this man violent. What you do to him?
We'll talk offline.
Oh man. Okay.
But otherwise, that Tanzania was so nice.
Right.
It was what was your experience? Where did you go?
Dar, Zanzibar. What do you mean, like?
What cities? Yeah.
Yeah, Dar, Zanzibar. I didn't do Arusha or nothing like that. It was a little too far.
Okay. What was your assessment of Dar overall? What was like some highs, some lows?
It was dope. The only thing I don't like is that culture of taking advantage of you. You know, if you don't know, but it is what it is, because we do it to each other back in the States. So it's like, oh, you don't know how much this costs. I'm a triple. I'm a double up on you. I'm gonna do this. But other than that, it was super cheap. It was super safe, convenient.
Tanzania is dumb cheap.
Man.
It's dumb cheap.
Compared to here in South Africa, shoot.
When I was in Tanzania, honestly, I was like, should I come back? Should I go back to Nairobi? It's so cheap. But it's honestly, some things are worth the money. Mm-hmm. Like Tanzania is too slow for me.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Nah, I think it was just perfect, man. Cause over here I'm paying like 13, and I don't even got an AC in that mug. So
yeah, but do you need AC? We don't have AC in here.
Yeah, but the mosquitoes, man. Nah, dog. You open them windows, man. You got you wake up and you covered in mosquitoes.
That's
like,
true. You gotta get the net.
See, it didn't come with one, and I don't. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about that.
Okay.
All right.
Why did you leave Tanzania then, if you liked it so much?
Well, because it was, 3 months. So I'm trying to see every country in Africa if I can. Yeah.
There's a girl who's consistently on your video thumbnails. Is this your girlfriend?
Yeah, that's my little
So
shorty,
she's here with you.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all went to Tanzania together. So it's always easier when you're like vacation vibes. Where did y'all meet?
I met her in South Africa.
Okay, but she's not your baby mama.
No. My baby mother's colored.
Oh, your baby mother's colored. Okay, which means, just for those watching, colored in South Africa means mixed. You're not.
And now when they hear you say that, they gonna get on you. Now we're not mixed. We're colored.
What is
means
it?
It's technically mixed, but a long lineage
just light
of mixed.
skin?
No, it's like a long lineage of mixed. It's like two mixed people got together, and then they just kept mixing. So they don't like being called mixed because there are white and just white and black mixed kids there.
So if you're regular white and black,
you're just
then
mixed.
what are you?
You're mixed.
So there's mixed, colored,
black, and obviously white and like the foreign.
That's doing too much. What's the difference between being colored or mixed?
When you mix, it's just one set of, it's just your parents. When it's color, it goes back generation. You know what I mean? That's how they look at it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. I had to learn it too. It's crazy.
I need to see the logistics. I need like a Venn diagram type thing to show. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Visually. So your baby mom was colored. Was she like really upset when you left? Because that's kind of like annoying.
What?
Like when you left the country.
We wasn't on good terms, so yeah.
So she was like, "Oh, be blessed."
Nah, it wasn't that. It was the opposite, but at the same time, man, I was trying to, just like that situation you were talking about with the Tanzanian dude, man. I'm thinking like, African women will be more docile, and she was, she was with it.
Let's get into that. Why do you think that African women would be more docile?
Just from I was fresh to Africa, so just from what I was told, what you see on TV, African women are very submissive, this, that, and the third, but wait, you gotta remember she got a lot of white and Indian ancestry DNA, so it might
color coming out.
That might be what made us so.
She's not African, she's colored.
Facts. But my little shorty now, man, she chill. She's chill.
Not colored.
No, she's just black. She's Kosa, but yeah, it's a thing out.
She's just black South African.
Facts.
Okay, that's cool. So, you guys met, and she was like, "I'm just gonna come with you. Let's ride it out."
Nah, so she worked at a grocery store. I kept going in the group. She asked me a question. We started talking, and then we kicked it for a while. And
then you're like, "Oh, I'm trying to eat more than the food."
Wait, what?
I'm just kidding.
Whoa. Help me.
Cut it. And then, how long was it until y'all started dating?
All right, so we was kicking it for like 4 months, and I was like, we were dating, but we weren't in a relationship, I had to, take that time. I don't rush into nothing. So after that 4 months, I was like, man, shoot, I had a channel. Everybody was like, wow, is she your girlfriend? I'm like, all right, man, I guess I go.
If you put somebody on the channel consistently, that is your partner, because that's pretty serious.
Yeah.
This is monetization. So if y'all break up, you don't want to take it down.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've thought about that. I'm like,
Yeah.
It's too permanent.
It is, and that's the scary part, because then when y'all have y'all little hiccups and stuff, you like, man, I done invested and put it on the channel, and this guy, and then they all like, man, y'all been kicking it for like a year, when you gonna marry? I'm like, you about to force me into no marriage?
Where's the couples channel vibes? Would you ever do a couples channel?
Nah, I mean, nah, that's not my thing. It's supposed to be for,
What inspired you to do YouTube?
Everybody kept, man, when I seen that Africa was not what I thought it was, and I was like, man, this is just, it's, you know, I consider Cape Town just, you know, the America of South Africa or whatever, but it's super, all right, hold on. It's super developed. They hate when I say Americanized and Westernized or whatever, but it's super developed, and it reminds me a lot of home. So, yeah, I wanted to show people, because they kept asking me like, bro, what is it like over there? Why you move to Africa? You know, when you say, if I was to say I'm moving back to Japan or I'm moving to wherever else, it's cool. But you say you moving to Africa, people act like you
all right?
Yeah, like, why you want to go there? What are you going to go there for?
But you know what's so funny? Dr. Umar is a real Pan-Africanist, but he doesn't live in Africa.
No, that's the crazy part. Well, the thing is, bro, I feel like he's trying to save us over there, because over here, you got to remember, there's still that disconnect, man. And I know you probably, you know, seeing it yourself when it comes to us actually being like a part of, you know, whichever country we in. Because I mean, I still get it everywhere I done been. I mean, I feel like it's kind of.
A lot of people will be like, there wasn't people, because I did a lot of like educational philanthropy in Ghana when I was in Ghana. So a lot of people would be like, there was kids who needed help in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Black kids who need help in Atlanta. And I'm just like, you could do both.
Yeah.
Or you can come home. Those kids can also come to Africa. Do you know what I'm saying? So back to your travels. You've been to Ghana?
No.
No. Where have you been? To Tanzania, South Africa, and now Kenya? Those are your three. Okay. And how was it coming from Tanzania to Nairobi?
Okay, so first off, man, I got to get that out of my mind that Africa is cheap, you know. So in my mind, I'm just constantly like, you know, Tanzania was super cheap. And, you know, when you go to like places like Thailand, the Philippines, and other parts of Asia and South America, it's cheap. So Africa, not so much, man. Like I'm looking at like, I'll say my budget is probably, I would max out at like 2,000 for a rental or something. But I would like to stay below $1,200.
$2,000 a month for a rental here?
Not here. Have you looked at like Rwanda and Uganda? Them spots is expensive.
No, Uganda is more expensive than here.
Yeah. From what I see, I haven't been there, but from what I seen when I look on Airbnb, because that was
you're looking on Airbnb though.
Yeah, because I don't want to like.
Oh, you're saying just for your stay as you travel.
Yeah.
So you're not looking to settle permanently.
No, not I haven't found a place that I feel like is gonna be that spot for me. Like Tanzania and South Africa, cool. I'm still learning Kenya right now, so but like I'm trying to find that sweet spot for myself.
I have an Airbnb guy. Let's talk after this.
Okay.
Who you wouldn't have to pay through the app, and you could just.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's real cool. His places are in Kilimani, but it does get very expensive. That is one thing. Even in Tanzania, it was cheaper, but it was still expensive for the month. When you think like, oh, I can get this for like $600, and you can't. But you do notice Nairobi has been the most expensive of it all.
Facts. Even more expensive than South Africa. And I stayed in each city, yeah.
Really? What about other things otherwise, like the accommodations, just for like things wise?
Like as far as
just like products, or products, food, eating out, just like anything otherwise, like your accommodation where you're staying. How does the price compare between South Africa and Nairobi, just for like cost of living, or you doing you? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So when it comes, I'm like real picky with what I eat. Like I do like the organic chicken, and I like my food fresh and stuff. So that's expensive anyway.
Most food here is organic and fresh though.
No, true here, but I thought the same thing in Tanzania, but it's actually not. What they do is, the whites came in and they give the locals the low end of the low quality food. So unless you're getting it from like those spots, those little local markets, like the chicken. If you get a local chicken in Tanzania, it's like 16,000 because it's actually good, as opposed to going to like Shoppers Market and that type of stuff and getting that at Fufu or whatever. So yeah, it's definitely, I say Kenya is more expensive when it comes to the way I eat than South Africa and Tanzania. Yeah.
Okay. Do you cook a lot, or do you go out to eat?
Oh, no, I don't cook.
You do not cook.
No, that's what Shorty was. Yeah.
Okay, so she cooks.
Yeah.
You buy groceries and she cooks.
Yeah.
What was some of your favorite dishes that you've had in South Africa, as far as like?
See, like I said, South Africa is super like
White.
So they got a lot of the stuff that we have, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't really eat any
Local,
traditional,
like Zulu type.
Yeah.
So Tanzania though.
Tanzania, I tried like the local chick. You know, that's I forgot what it was called. The little street meat. I don't know. I can't remember. It was like orange chicken with like
like
spices.
shawarma.
Yeah, that type of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the very orange chicken. Have you had street food in Kenya? Ugali?
Yes, I did ugali and yoma choma.
Yoma choma and ugali.
Mm-hmm.
How did you like it?
I'm not like a real big beef person. Like I said, the only meat I really eat is like chicken and fish.
Okay.
You know.
That's right. Have you been to the beach?
I went to Mombasa. Yes, I went to what beach was that?
Diani?
Not Diani. It was Nayali Beach. I'm
not familiar.
Yeah, it's it's Nayali. I think it's Nayali Beach. It's not Diani. It wasn't the big nice one. It was a smaller beach near some restaurants and stuff.
Okay. What has been your experience with just the hustle and the bustle of Dar es Salaam versus Nairobi? Or do you see like a difference kind of in people in Kenya versus Tanzania, or not really? Have you been in the streets in Kenya?
Yeah, I'm a street nigga. No, I'm just kidding. You don't gotta say that on here.
Yeah, this is a safe space.
Oh, okay.
I liked your club comparison video. Break that down for me. You went to bar next door. You were like, who clubs better or whatever, Tanzania or Kenya? Because I like to go out. I'm a nightlife person here. I like to have fun.
So I get asked that most of my viewers are men. So I actually have to cater to the men to keep my subscribers. So
mine are men too.
Really?
70% of my viewers are men.
That's crazy.
I think there's just naturally more men on YouTube.
But I thought that women get more female, like women.
No, I've been trying to cater to females.
That's wild.
70% of my viewers are guys, and I love y'all.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm thinking, okay, cool. That's wild. But yeah, they asked me questions like, who got more attractive women, or
yeah, who has more attractive women?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna keep it G with you. Look, y'all, my Kens, I'm rocking with you. We solid, but you feel me? I'm gonna say, for me personally, I'm gonna say Tanzania. And
I've said that too, but I think also Tanzanian women are trained more into a beauty culture of like versus Kenyan women, where it's like I don't want to say their features are better, but they're just more into like making sure you're tight, hair done, like they bleach. Their bodies are more, you know what I'm saying? They're just more like trained into like making sure that you look amazing for your man, or like.
And which spot was this?
In Tanzania.
See, I think for me it was Tanzania. They more natural, man. They don't. When I was in Tanzania, I didn't see all this stuff. The extra hair type stuff. And I'm not talking about braids. That's one thing, because my little shawty be rocking the braids and stuff, which it's just like I didn't see a bunch of the wigs and the blonde hair and now here
contour makeup.
Yeah, extra because in South Africa that's what you're gonna get. Everybody's gonna have a bunch of makeup on, super long nails, that type of vibe, which ain't an issue. It's just when it comes to me personally, man, I just. A more natural vibe is more my thing.
The bodies were real crazy in Tanzania. Like in a good way.
So, because a lot of it was a heavy Muslim culture, so a lot of women wore the
deras and
stuff. Yeah, so I
was in the club a lot.
Yeah, me too.
I was at Elements.
But Tanzania is a heavy mango culture, so so they dress like that, for that vibe.
Who has a better nightlife?
Out of which country?
Nairobi and Dar.
Nairobi and Dar. Cause like I say, man, Tanzania catered to the foreigner as opposed to Kenya, which caters to here. I'll say the best times I've had. I mean, I'm gonna have to give it to. Can I name another country, or is it just between these two?
No, you can say whatever you want to say.
I'm gonna have to do South Africa.
That's what I heard though. I heard South Africa is crazy.
South Africa is a spot.
But I feel like Nairobi is crazy, so I don't even know if I can handle South Africa.
It's I mean, I only been to like 2 spots so far. I've been
in Nairobi.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a list.
Okay, cool. Cause
it's too lit. Bar Next Door is not really like a vibe.
But everybody told me to go. That's why everybody kept saying it was Bar Next Door 1824, and I'm like, all right, so I'll check them out.
No, those are real like local pregame. That's before you go out. Yeah. That's like I'm chilling, or that's like I'm bored on a Wednesday. And I wanted to step out. You know, I was just at 1824 last night.
Oh, was it? It was
it was lit. It was packed, but it's just everyone sitting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a chill pregame vibe.
And say they gonna turn up.
Yes, yeah. But you know they love Amapiano out here.
Yeah, they love it there too.
South African music for sure. So how long do you plan on staying in Nairobi?
Oh man, see, my lease is up on the 29th, so I'm still contemplating because I didn't get to go to Diani and I don't know. I'm contemplating, man. I really don't know.
You got to go to Naivasha, Nanyuki. Naivasha is no, they're cities in the middle of Kenya. It's where the equator line is. In Naivasha, it's where Old Pajeta Safari is. It's like a real different vibe. So I love Kenya because I always say Kenya's like 5 different vacations in one. You can go to the desert, you can go to the beach, you can go to the mountains, you can go to the lake, you can go to. It's very diverse.
That's the same way I felt about SA. Man.
Exactly. So I feel like until you really hit all those corners, it's not smart to move on.
Okay. I can dig it.
You feel me? Or you could like go to Kisumu, which is like a sleepy lake town, and then go to Uganda from Kisumu because it's like right next door to each other.
Okay.
So you makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You can even take a bus to Kisumu. I mean, from Kisumu to Uganda, if you don't want to fly, it's very, very close. What country would be next for you?
I'm still deciding between Rwanda, Uganda, and Ethiopia.
Go to Uganda.
But everybody keep telling me Rwanda. They're like, man, we ain't got much intel. You been there?
I have a friend who lives there, and it is very boring. And it's really I don't want to say oppressive, but it's strict.
Oh, okay.
It's more strict. Uganda, they have more of a party culture.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's just more of a vibe.
2 of my homies got locked up in, was it Uganda or Rwanda?
It's probably Rwanda. They lock people up for even just like dropping a tissue on the ground.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, I've never been to Ethiopia though. I've been here for a year and I've never been to Ethiopia. So that would be interesting.
You've been in Nairobi for a year?
Yeah.
Would you like do a visa run and then come back or?
No, I actually have a work permit. I came out here for a job, but I got fired. And I stayed.
A job doing what? I don't mean to ask you questions.
No, you can't. Okay. No, they all know. They all know. Everyone knows the tea. I came out here teaching embassy kids for International School of Kenya, which is like a white school.
What is it? EFL?
ISK.
ISK.
So it's like American embassy, mostly embassy kids, or very, very rich Kenyans, but not that many. So I came out here as a history teacher for high school, and like I just hated it. They hated me. I hated them. It was bad. Dang. So they fired me, and I was just like, I'm gonna stay here though, cause I like Kenya and it's a vibe. So I've been kicking it. I haven't gone.
So how do you survive out here?
YouTube.
Damn.
YouTube and love from friends.
Rub me minds, YouTube.
YouTube and love. No, I have a lot of people who hold me down.
Wait, on you mean like personally or on YouTube?
Both.
Oh, you mean what's it?
I have a couple of subscribers who will send me like grocery money.
Okay. Okay, that's what's up. Because they are supportive out here, man.
They're supportive.
I'm talking about my views went through the roof when I got out this way. I'm like, hey.
Yeah, no, Kenyans will do it. But you know, like, do you know Unplanned Phil Bland? White guy who was here, Scottish. He's on YouTube. He said as soon as he left Kenya, his views plummeted so badly. So I think it is important to always, I love Kenya and I love you guys, but I try not to do like too much like Kenya vlogging. That's why I try to do interviews, because at the end of the day, I can interview anywhere.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to like get in my head like, oh, Kenya, because then when you leave, even Dave Manny, like when he went to, you know who that is? He's a very popular white Kenyan YouTuber who's from Canada, whatever. He said he went to Dubai and his views. Wow. Kenyans didn't want to see Dubai.
Facts.
They just want to see Kenya.
Yeah. That's how it is in South Africa. If I put South Africa, my San's gonna come through. If I put Kenya, my Ken's gonna come through. So I mean, I done figured out the algorithm. Yeah. I'm gonna be where I'll be in Uganda talking about Kenya. You feel me? Yeah.
You got yes.
Hey.
No, it's funny though. No, it's funny. Yeah, that's why that's another reason why I changed my name from Brittany in Africa. You see Brittany in Africa. I changed it to Brittney Caldwell because I just want it to be them. I want y'all to love me, not me in Africa. Do you know what I'm saying?
Because I might leave at some point.
Say I get a $1 million job in Antarctica, like I need y'all to rock with me regardless. Yeah, I can't ingrain myself on that. So are you monetized?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Like as far as,
do you feel happy? Are you working towards a goal? Like
yeah, I mean, honestly, so you know, I'm a hustler, so I got my little businesses and my properties. At some point, I'm gonna be hooking up my American folks that travel. Hey, you can come stay at this spot. Yeah, I mean, you ain't gotta go through all that Airbnb. I do the little travel guide stuff.
What properties do you have?
I got a spot out in South Africa.
Okay, money. Are you looking to buy a place in Kenya?
Yes, I actually. I was kicking it with a guy earlier, a banker, and he plugged in here and in statewide, so we was talking some stuff earlier.
Have you seen my video on the $100,000 luxury townhouse?
No, I actually watched 2 of your videos today, so I gotta
Yeah, no, I haven't watched yours either, so don't take it personal. It's not personal, but there is a video. There's this real estate developer who has a beautiful townhouse for $100,000, and you can mortgage it, put 20% down. Anyways,
and that's where?
Check it out. It's right outside TRM.
That's there in Kenya.
In Nairobi.
See, that's the thing. It's some 99-year leases that I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah.
Because generational wealth.
So what made you what made you skip over West Africa? Because you know how most people are kind of like, oh my God, like I want to go home, that home calling, and they prioritize. Most African Americans do, I think, go to West first. What made you kind of not really?
Well, no, so like I told you, when it came to me coming to Africa in general, I was one of them dudes. I'm not even gonna flex, because like I said, my pops was like, I don't really know how to say it. I don't really know how to even explain it, man. My peoples was just real weird when it came to
Africanism.
Yeah, because both of my people is like islanders. You know what I'm saying? I said my mother's Gullah Geech, and then my pops, and they from the other side. So it's kind of like the way I came up. I was only dealing with certain type of women, which like I said, I dated black women, but I was.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for calling him home.
them Latinas had me messed up out there, man.
Oh, they had you in a chokehold. I can't. I would date interracially. I've dated Latino men, but it hasn't gone there. Yeah. There's a mental block for me, I think. And then also you have to be an anti-racist. It's not enough for you to be non-racist. Yeah. You have to be an anti-racist. Do you get what I'm saying? Right. The difference. Yeah, so that's my only thing. That kind of keeps me, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, let's look at some of the topics that you have really quick. I want to hear some things that you had. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Can I check myself? I don't want to be on camera.
No, you're right
crazy.
Here. No, you look good. You look good.
Fine. Okay.
How are Africans different from African Americans?
Oh, well, I mean, with a sense of community, man. I seen some stuff. They gonna ride for what they believe in, and I feel like we do a little too much damn marching, man. Like I mentioned in my video, or it hasn't dropped yet, but man, if the police shoot me, go get back for me, because I'm going to ride for you for mine.
And this is as an African American.
This is me as an African American. Because they're not getting shot over here like that.
Yeah, so you feel like they're not as I'm a buck, is what you're saying.
Man, I just feel like, man, I seen in South Africa when they feel a certain type of way, they gonna tear up buses, they lighting stuff on fire, they busting heads. the same way here in Kenya during election time. They don't like something, they gonna go out in the streets and do what they need to do. But see, in America, we marching, we trying to befriend the enemy, and we trying to do all this extra stuff. Like, nah, bro, if somebody shoot me, get back for me, because I get it back for you, you know?
Do you think that it's because the police in America are more aggressive?
As far as
having guns, weapons?
Well, of course.
Yeah,
I mean, they ain't
people
killing
are
us
more,
with kindness.
Exactly. So people are probably in America more afraid to even go ham like that, because you're not going to get hit with a stick. You're going to get fucking shot.
True, but we getting shot anyways. So, I mean, you're dead if you do, you're dead if you don't at that point.
Safest versus cheapest African country.
Yeah.
Which was the safest?
Safest was Tanzania, hands down.
Really? And which was the cheapest? Tanzania.
Hands down.
So to me, it seems like you need to take your ass to Tanzania.
No, I mean, that people ask
I'm kidding.
people ask me for this stuff, so I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not, you know, a lot of people are afraid to tell the truth, man, and I'm not going, yeah, I mean.
And you know, I really respect that. And I was reading some of your videos, I was reading the comments, because people be trying to like.
Oh yeah, but you know.
But you hold your own.
I get that with you.
Yeah,
say
I
it on
do
the
too.
computer, but say, you know where I'm at.
Listen,
like,
I'm on TikTok cussing niggas out. Like, if you go weird on me in a comment, you're gonna get weird back. YouTube, I try to be a little nicer, but people don't respect differences of opinions.
Facts, man.
That's what's really just wild. If it's not their way, it's no way. The reason I left Nairobi, Kenya, why'd you leave?
Because I went to Mombasa. You see, you know you're the word.
Is that a clip, babe?
You feel me? Like I said, you put Kenya in there, you're gonna get the views.
Trick ya! Like, no. Nobody told me Nairobi was this great. Was
this
it?
This is chess, not checkers, baby.
Well, no, Nairobi is great.
No, it is.
What were you talking about?
No,
I know
this
is not Grill Shack.
It is.
That is like the most
delicious burger restaurant. Nah,
oh my! Go to Mama Rocks.
Mama Rocks. I'll check it out. Yeah, I didn't even ever hear her.
They're owned by a Kenyan Nigerian, and it's the best burgers. Differences I noticed between America and Kenya. What were some of them?
Some of the differences, as far as, you know, just overall safety. I mean, and like I said, like I mentioned before, Kenyans is gonna step about what they believe in a lot of the time. Yeah, that's two right there. I don't remember specifically what I talked about in this video because I be pumping them.
Starting a business as a foreigner.
Yeah.
What business are you interested in starting?
So right now, I'm looking into distribution, man, because as black folks, we have no distribution chains at all. Like, we have to go through every other race or ethnicity to get our stuff distributed. Like, it's just ridiculous, man. So I'm looking into that. I have like a small exotic shop that I'm setting up because I got dogs back in South Africa that I'm, you know, Frenchies, you know.
Oh, you rich.
I ain't rich.
You selling French bulldogs?
Hey, look, you see what they...
Let me hold 1,000.
Man.
They're expensive.
They are.
No, those are very expensive dogs. I was watching some videos. Somebody was kidnapping somebody's 3 French bulldogs out their backyard.
Yeah, I saw that video.
Yeah, within the car.
Yeah, I saw that video.
That's really funny. How westernized is Kenya compared to South Africa? What does westernized mean to you? White feeling?
No, westernized. I'm from the West, so when I say westernized, it reminds me of home. I don't mean westernized as in like y'all trying to be like us, or I don't mean westernized as in the white colonization, which, I mean, technically, if you want to put it that way, it's kind of the same. But yeah, I mean, western as it just reminds me of the West. And I say that in any country. I was saying that in Asia too, but people are like, you know, why is it got to be Africa?
Yeah.
I said it about Asia too.
From what I've heard, South Africa is way more westernized.
Oh, it is. It definitely is.
You know, I never want to move somewhere that feels like America for me.
It feels like America without, you know, the getting shot. But now there's racism there.
Yeah, I was about to say,
there's racism there.
Racism.
I mean,
the fact that people are called colored is enough for me.
They prefer the colored people themselves prefer themselves to be called colored. They rather be called colored than black.
That's awful. It's just different ways of knowing. Is Tanzania a little too safe? What's that mean?
Man, like, you know, as far as not being police when it comes to taking advantage. It's too many people, bro. I've seen people get, robbed blind, bro, like because they, it's a little too safe. They're not being governed out there for a lot of situations. So
last one. This is why Americans are having a hard time dating.
Yeah.
Why?
Because, bro, man, this topic is iffy for me, bro. Because when it comes to, I hate when black men. I'm in a bunch of travel groups, a bunch of Facebook groups, and it's the same thing, bro. It's like black men be talking about how black women be talking about us, but they in there like a bunch of women, dog.
I think that a good percentage of black men are very anti-black, and they hate themselves. They hate themselves, yeah. And like for me, it's not even like I don't want black men to date other races. That's cool, but be open to all races. Don't be anti-black. You can be attracted to white women. If I had an Asian husband, that's cool, but I'm never gonna be anti-black man.
Right.
Or like, black.
But that's the one thing I noticed though, as a dude who dated outside my race. In order to be attracted to another race, you gotta dislike yourself. To be honest with you, because you're gonna be attracted to everything that you're not. So like, I was attracted to long, silky hair and this, that, and the third. And I know there are some black women who are born with this. I was attracted to, little short noses.
The 3%.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So you're gonna be literally attracted to all the things that you don't possess yourself. You don't want your kids to come out with coarse hair, so you're gonna get a woman that has silk hair, so your kids come out with that mixed
That's what's confusing to me, because I'm like, so you just really don't want kids that look like
Facts.
you.
Exactly, because as a black man, you thinking like, man, I don't want my kid to have to go through some of the stuff I went through. I mean, I thought the same way, man. That's why I can talk from both sides, because I was thinking that same way. Like, man, it's terrifying to know that if I raise a black boy, that he could get, all this stuff could happen to him because just how he look. You know what I'm saying? So if I want to, weed out that issue, then and the crazy part was I was forcing myself to I was big into Latinas and Asians, but I was forcing myself when it came to white chicks. Like, it was never really my thing. So
you need a little spice.
I mean, not a little spice. I needed a little melanin, man, was what it was.
Do Asians have melanin?
When you go to the Philippines, when you go to Thailand.
Okay, that type of Asian.
Yeah, because the original Thai people, the Ethers were black.
Yeah.
Same with that's the original Filipinos, or the original Philippines was black. So it just depends, man.
How did you get scammed in Tanzania?
Bro, put my card in the ATM, that thing sucked my card up, then nobody knew where the card was, and $300 just disappeared, man.
That's so annoying. And that's somebody's rent for the month in Tanzania in a nice house.
Exactly, and they were smiling. They were smiling when they got my little card.
I don't know where your card is.
Yeah.
So do you see yourself living throughout Africa forever? What is your long-term plan? Are you just going to go country hopping until you're tired?
I'm trying to do a world tour, even the countries that I'm not excited about going about, because I want
world tour or African tour?
No, world tour.
Okay. What countries are you not excited about?
A lot of the European ones where people are getting murdered and nothing's getting done about it. I don't want to say any country specific because there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and next thing you know, but yeah, it's just some countries. I know you follow a lot of those. Is it safe for black women or black men to travel here? And then you see these countries where people keep going and stuff keeps happening.
Yeah. I'm not traveling. I won't travel anywhere until I've visited every single country in Africa, and that's what I've said. So,
well, yeah, that's the same way I'm doing it now.
That's my plan. So, I mean, maybe one day. I have no aspirations to go to Paris or.
That was one of the places I was talking about, but I wanted to say it myself.
I don't really give a fuck about the Eiffel Tower, to be honest with you. If I was done with Africa, I would move on to South America.
South America was definitely dope.
I haven't really done much there. I went to Belize, which is Central America. It's not really South, I don't think. So that would be it. Do you plan on settling down, having a home in America or anything like that? Like, do you ever plan on making America your home base again?
Well, technically, I got a place in America, so that's not what the issue is. It's just I'm gonna have to go back. Once that time comes when my family is no longer there, and then maybe rent it out. Whether I'm gonna do whatever I'm gonna do with that property, but with the military comes the home loan and all that type of stuff. So
VA benefits, all those things.
So,
you're blessed.
I mean, I went through some stuff for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't free, but it worked out in the end. How does your family respond to you, like, just being gone and, like,
Oh, yeah.
do you ever feel guilt? Like, do you have nieces and nephews?
No, my brother just had a baby. Yeah, my brother just had a baby. But the thing is, man, the whole time I was in the military, I was the one always coming home. Like, it was one time I was stationed out in Virginia, and my pops went to D.C.
What
and
part?
He drove. I was in Norfolk.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, Norfolk was dope, man. That's black excellence out there, man.
I grew up at Fort Belvoir.
I'm not familiar.
It's like by Woodbridge, Virginia, like the top.
Oh, what's up? Like North Virginia?
Yeah, North Virginia.
Okay.
That's the military base, North Virginia.
Okay. Yeah.
Interesting. So you're done with America. Will your family come and visit you?
I don't know. You know, my pops mentioned it like once, you know, but like the way you gotta remember, a lot of them people still in that mindset, like the work until you die type of vibe, even though they got everything they need.
I can't take off all these things. Do you plan on doing YouTube full time this whole time that you're traveling?
So to be honest, man, I just started taking YouTube. I mean, I still ain't 100% serious with it, but I looked at it more like I was just posting stuff, and then eventually I got monetized and I started getting a little check from it. But as now, you know, like I said, once it starts getting to a certain level, I'm gonna start, you know, promoting my businesses and stuff on there, so that way. So I mean, as far as full time, I don't know. I just ain't got the patience. Like my video editing, like, man, I just ain't got the patience.
I do bare minimum. I probably, even with this, I'll probably cut out like 2 seconds, put it at the front. That's what I do. Put like my favorite parts at the front to attract viewers.
Facts.
And then I just upload it. That's why I hate vlogging. I would rather just talk into the camera.
I noticed that.
Yes,
bro.
because oh my God, vlogging is so energy consuming when you go to edit. It's not even worth it for me.
And shoot, for me, it's just getting the content, because I'm not the type of person. I'm not like cool, with the camera and everybody looking at you, and they like, bro, and especially when I just do it like this, you know, when I'm on live and the camera's shaking, and everybody like, why you don't get a gimbal? Like, I got one, I just don't be wanting to walk around with that shit looking looking crazy. In the club, everybody was having fun, and I'm like,
it's very crazy. I started, I used Ida, one of my friends. I just told her, can you just walk around with me and record me? I would rather you just look crazy than me.
I try to do my shorty like that, but she's so nervous and stuff. She, you know, somebody look at her. She
doesn't want it to get taken.
Because, you know, it's one thing when she got it. If I got it, you know, people, you know, they might think twice about trying to snatch it.
Like,
but her,
this nigga look crazy. Yeah.
Let me get a shot of that Henny real quick.
Nah. I'm dead. Dang, I was about to ask you something and I totally forgot. It was about YouTube. Oh, how do you feel about men who dance on TikTok? Do you do dances on TikTok?
I did one. I did the what was the one, the South African joint? I can't remember. Yeah, it was something like, I forgot how but this is when I had my locks still. So yeah.
Why did you do that?
Why'd I do it?
Dance on TikTok.
Cause I just got on the platform and I was trying to. That's what, you know what I'm saying. I feel like the attractive dudes, that we don't really gotta do much, man. I feel like
you just have to show your face. You don't have to dance.
And then, no, it's not even that. It's when I do stuff like that, that's when if I'm sitting there talking about how much it costs to live in Africa and do this, I noticed I just what was it? I did some videos where I was like working out, or I'm doing stuff around the crib. Bro, I'm talking about 50, 70, this many views. But if I'm going out to eat with my shorty, they don't want to see her, bro.
No.
If I'm in there with no shirt on and stuff, they own it. Like, Kenya this, Kenya that.
I love Kenya.
Let me be your escort. Have you been here? Let me show you around.
Dang, like, it's tough in these streets.
Man.
That's how it is, though. TikTok is a different beast than YouTube, though.
It is.
Like, oh my God, people on TikTok are so shallow. They truly are.
But I mean, it's what pays, man. I mean, on YouTube.
Are you monetized on TikTok?
Nah, no, not personally, nah. But I'm saying, I see that's what, you know, bro, I'm telling you.
It won't let me get monetized because I'm here in Kenya. So it said it had to be something US. So when I go home, I'll get monetized on TikTok. Because I actually have 60,000 on TikTok and I only have 13,000 on YouTube.
That's wild.
But for me, YouTube is just more of an intellectual playground.
Right.
And TikTok, people just be saying anything.
You can literally do anything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they just say anything, so I'm not really into it. But that is very true. I do not endorse men who dance on TikTok. It's actually one of my biggest pet peeves to see men like doing dances. On TikTok.
Being like what, feminine and shit? That's what you mean?
Dancing, like the little.
I feel you. Yeah, I did it. I did it once. Yeah, it was like, I think it was like one of my earlier videos, man. I mean, I wouldn't all. You know, I wouldn't all. Yeah, I wouldn't all feminine. I wasn't doing the TikTok dance. I did the I was in South Africa and that's the type of shit they like to see. So I hit the dance, man. It was technically like a versus battle between me and my homie that was also in South Africa type of vibe.
Y'all were dancing together.
No. Nah, he did the dance first.
Nah,
and they hit me up, Jew, we want to see you do it. I'm like, okay, cool.
I get it. Whose TikTok is hotter? Whose TikTok is hotter?
But his shit busting right now because he went viral from some beard thing, man. So he busting right now.
Him shaving his beard?
No, he did like beard. What is it? Men with beards or having a beard is a scam. So it's like he showed pictures of like celebrities with a beard and then without a beard, and then it's busting for him.
I would actually really like to watch like a slow ASMR of a man combing his beard.
Hell nah.
Like the sound. Yeah, it's like. I would like listen to that.
Man, all dudes' beards don't sound like that. Mine probably would because it's up under here is knotty than a mug. But
that would be a good ASMR. I think I just dropped the dime on you.
Hell nah, man. You gonna have them people in there saying some stuff. You know them TikTok they reckless.
Nappy ass beard.
Man, who called the
I like big talk.
What's that?
# big talk. So it's like all big men.
Like big, like
they're tall and like very large.
I wouldn't know.
So
about
TikTok is good for niches.
Y'all can catch me on medium size talking this month.
Medium talk.
Medium talk.
Big talk is very funny. Ladies, I told you, big talk. Check it out. Well, you guys, it's been really fun. I want all of you guys to make sure that you like, subscribe, and vibe with him, Julian. Please go to his YouTube page. I'm going to put it in the link. Support him. Ask him any questions. Give him suggestions, just like you guys do me. And show our brother some love. We love a Black king exploring Africa with a Black queen. And hopefully one day your girlfriend come hang out with me and Faz, my roommate.
Oh, you got a roommate?
Yeah, she's sleeping. She's Somalian. She's sleeping. She's from London, but she's Somalian.
Okay.
So we kicking a vibe. Hopefully you can introduce us to her because nobody wants to hang out with their boyfriend all day. You know what I'm saying? That's lame.